No.
Cool. Give us 2 secs. Right. Okay. Here we go. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sliders Live. You join us here at Hastings Dragons for week 27 of British Speedway Sliders, where tonight it is the first leg of the Neil Potter Shield between the Hastings Dragons and Peterborough Spartans. First and second in the league are going for the Neil Potter Shield. I'm, of course, Chester 430, and I'm joined tonight by my all four-back broadcast colleague, Mr. Shaz. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chester. Good evening, everyone. Very excited for this tonight.
Yeah, we are indeed. The top two in the league going for the Neil Potter Shield tonight. Shaz, we're going to take a quick look at the two teams for you, starting off with the home side. Hastings led at number 1 by Squall. A late replacement, Stephen, comes in for Badger Racing at 2. Wolfie at number 3. Stephen 101 at 4. Cam goes at number 5. And Reese 02 goes at number 6. And for the Peterborough Spartans, led at number 1, of course, by the man himself, that's Stefan. Number 2, Cesar Saucier. Number 3, DL Shaw. Number 4 is Hastings 83. Number 5, Ads MFT. And number 6 is Alan McNally. So, Shad, you've got some info on previous results from this season.
Yeah, they've met each other 4 times this season. Obviously, 2 at home, 2 away. The first time the Spartans came to the Dragons was in the KO Cup in October, and they got absolutely battered 61-35. Obviously, they, if you remember, they won the second leg overall to reach the semi-final. But interestingly enough, when the Spartans came back here in the league, they only lost by 8 points. So something similar tonight, and there'll be we'll have one hand on the trophy, I'd say. I think the Dragons will need a good lead to take to Peterborough.
Now, of course, Hastings, the track known for its 4 straights, shall we say. It's a very unique track in the game. And Shaz, of course, you've got to mention about that track as well. So what's your take on it?
Yeah, I've had a few laps here when we were practicing for our meeting here. It's one of those tracks where you can be comfortable for 3 laps, and then just one small mistake and that's your race over. You've got that first bend usually catches a lot of people out, where you've got to drift as far out as you can before that cut back into the back straight. A lot of people tend to overdo it and either go into the fence, or when they're coming out of the second bend, drift too far out and fence, because there's quite a quick line that just shoots you right towards the fence. And that's where a lot of the Dragons seem to be able to pass people, is coming out of that first bend, coming out of that second bend. And the Spartans are going to have to sort of like take a lot of chances here and let that bike drift as far out as they can before they cut back. That is the key point in the track.
Well, we have got a couple minutes for Heat 1. I just want to get your our key riders for both teams. For the home side, I'm going to go for Cam. I think he's been on a good run of form this season. Needs a big performance, and backed up by his other 8-point compatriots of 101 and Squall, and also Wolfie too. For the Spartans, a good night. It's got to be done by the middle order of the Spartans, DL Shaw and Hadlington. I think Ads can score a few points with who can back up Stefan the most going through to this second part of the meeting. Shad, your thoughts on your key riders for this night?
Yeah, I think if the Spartans are going to score big here, they're going to have Ads scoring some points, because I think he had 2 meetings here for the Spartans, and he scored very badly on both occasions. I think he scored 4 points, and I think he scored 4 on both occasions. And when he guested for Storm here, I think he was our top scorer with 15 points.
Yeah.
So Ads is going to especially with them using Alan at reserve, who's not performed well here. I think he scored 1 point here when he rode here for the Spartans. So I think Ads is going to be the key man, whether he can score big points like he did when he guested for Storm, or if he scores very low like he did when he rode here for Spartans twice.
Well, we are 2 minutes away from the opening race here at Hastings. The tension is at a maximum. So we're just going to run through the opening heat for you. The away side have gates 1 and 3 in the opening race. So gate 1 in yellow will be Hadlington. Gate 2 in blue will be Stephen 101 of the Dragons. Gate 3 in green will be Stefan. And on the outside in red will be Squall. So a very hotly contested opening heat here at Hastings. Of course, the track that was picked by Squall at the start of the season sparked a lot of controversy. I believe it was banned a couple of seasons ago from being picked as a home track. So I think Squall got his wish and got Hastings. And of course, outgoing champions this season, of course, losing out to the Spartans, having had the Oxford Dragons as the season champions before. So the Spartans are going into taking the league title for this season. But who takes the Neil Potter Shield over these two legs? We see how the Dragons got the advantage in that opening leg, but they still lost it in the most dramatic of circumstances in that second leg at the East of England Showground. And we are approaching the opening race. Heat 1 to be called at 2 minutes past 8. We have 2 minutes to go, Chad. The excitement's building.
Yeah, and the big question tonight is, will Wolfie win his first ever race around Hastings?
He's been waiting for it, hasn't he? He's been waiting. He's been chomping at the bit, literally. I hope he does. He deserves a good night.
He's not won a race. He's not won a race around Hastings, although he's averaging 8.15 around here, which is remarkable. He's only had 4 last places in his 26 races, so it's consistent. He's had a lot of second places, but no wins at all yet. So it's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a very tight first heat. I'd expect to see Stefan maybe win this one, but I think the Dragons are going to get a drawn heat here. I mean, I've seen them all around here. And Stephen hasn't ridden very much around his home track, and when he's ridden here, he's done pretty well. So I think Stefan will win it, but the Dragons pair will be sort of like tucked in behind him.
Because I always say it's the middle order that sort of decides the meeting, but of course it's a completely different format to IRL Speedway. Of course, it's your heat 1s, your 1 and 4s, not your 1 and 2s as normally is. But it's going to be of course, it's 16 heats, so anything can happen as we are approaching the opening race. Like I said, the away team had gates. In fact, no, it has changed actually. The home team now have gates 1 and 3 in the opening race, Chaz. That's just been changed on the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Stefan's on the outside gate. Yeah.
So Stephen 101 goes on the inside in blue. Then we've got gate number 2 in yellow will be Haddington. He has been called. Haddington gate 2 in yellow. Gate 3 will be Squall in red. And on the outside will be Stefan. So already the server, or the not server, the spready had changed last minute. I didn't recognise it until it was too late.
Right, he's been cool, but there's no rush because Stefan's in it.
Yeah. Well, apparently this there you go. The server has now changed to a max of 4 players.
Really?
Yeah, it just said on the spread, it said Squall connected, 1 of 2 players. And that's been changed to max of 4, so it should be able to join back in. But I'm in straight away. So
yeah, we're in. I think all 3 of us are in. Yeah.
Yeah. Whilst we're waiting for the last man to arrive, which is Mr. Stefan. Score predictions tonight, Shads?
I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a runaway win for the Dragons. I think the Dragons maybe by 10, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
Okay, let's see. All important bike picks are being selected. Such a neat looking track this as well, Hastings.
I know. No, I do like it. I must admit. I know it's sounds a bit perverted, but I do like it.
So here we go then, folks. Everybody's in, ready to go. White bikes all across the board. And Heat 1 is underway. An absolutely flying start there from the man in red, which is 4. But up the inside in blue is Stephen 101 with their Dragons now on a 5-1 advantage. What can Stefan do? He's just preparing. Now Stefan now is getting battered with Stephen 101. That's going to the second lap. 5-1 at the moment for the Dragons. What can Stefan do? He's closing on Stephen 101. Ball is out in front. And now Stefan almost gets through in the second place. Stefan is falling behind. Gets a little nudge there from Hadlington. Comes through in the second place. Damages it to a 4-2. Meanwhile, Squall is out front. Can he be only fourth rider to beat Stefan this season? As coming through with another lap to go. It's Squall from Stefan. 101 in third. Haddington at the back. One final shot. Oh, that was so close there. Squall holds on. Squall wins it in a time of 42.741. Second was Stefan. Third was Stephen. And Haddington at the back there. A 4-2 for the Dragons.
That was an
great opening
interesting
race there.
first race. Yeah, that was an interesting first race. I noticed Stefan did use that wide line on 2 to get past Stephen 101. I think Stephen 101 was a little bit narrow, a bit wary of what Stefan was going to do, because Stefan does tend to change his lines when he needs to pass. He's not one for sticking to the line to stick behind the rider. He'll try everything to get past you. He actually did that. Was it? I think on the third lap. He actually went right wide as far as he could before he cut back to go outside Stephen. So a good move there. But it was not the 3-3 I was expecting.
Well, it was almost a 5-1 for 2 and a bit lap until Stefan had that little tap on turn 1, which got him through into second and split the home duo. But again, early advantage for the Dragons. And
I think the Dragons would take that before the race.
Yes, absolutely. So Heat number 2 is almost upon us, and this will see the number 2 and number 6 riders. So gate 1 will be Latorcier, gate 2 in red will be lead guest Stephen, gate 3 Alan McNally, and gate 4 in blue will be Reese 02. So Heat has been called by the referee. Of course, going to be an interesting heat.
Yeah,
Reese has actually appeared, so it's the full
a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one to call, this one, Dan. Obviously, Tank's coming as a sort of late replacement, so I don't know how many laps he's had.
Danger man here will be Latorcier on the inside.
I think Latorcier could do quite well in this one.
Yeah, I was about to say. Here we go again. White bikes all across the board. So heat number 2 is underway. Level break for all 4 riders. It's the riders in red and green. Sorry, red and yellow going to believe it. Right now, the yellow is Alan McNally. Surprising McNally in second place. Meanwhile, in the lead is Reese 02. McNally battling there with him in second place. It's a great ride from McNally. Third place is currently with Latorcier. A bit of a surprise there with Tank at the back. It's 3-all as it stands. Watch out for Tank. He also the inside of Latorcier, does he? And McNally spinned it for the first time tonight. And it's a 4-2 now for the home team. Another 4-2. It's Reese now leader, but here comes Latorcier from out of nowhere. And now Reese has spinned it. Reese has spinned it too. 2 spins in one race. And Tank's in the fence as well. This is crazy. Latorcier misses it all there. Stephen comes home in second place. Who's third? It's going to be McNally. It's going to be a 4-2 for the Spartans. Levels it up at 6 points apiece. That was a proper
reserves race, that, wasn't it? I think only Latorcier looked very comfortable, and he just sat there and just looked like he just waited for everyone else to make a mistake, which 3 of them did. I mean, Reese didn't look comfortable at all the entire race. He was far too narrow going into that second bend every lap, and it was only a matter of time before he hit that grass on the exit. And Alan done what Alan normally does here. Has 3 good laps and then bends it on the last lap. I watched him before, and he does that every time. He looks really comfortable for 3 laps, and then does one silly mistake, and that's it. But fair play, he gave it a good go. He done well to get out the fence quickly enough to get ahead of Reese, who was quite deeply buried into the grass, and it would have taken him a while to get out.
Well, that winning time was actually the fastest of the afternoon so far at 43.625. The winner was Latorcier in green. Second place was Tank. third was Alan McNally, and Reese was at the back. So 4-2 for the Spartans, 6 points apiece. Heat number 3 has been called now to the server, so we're going to jump straight into that. And we have on gate 1 for the Spartans is DL Shaw. Gate 2 in red will be Wolfie. Can he get his first race win at Hastings? Gate 3 in yellow will be Ads MFT, and gate 4 in blue will be Cam. Of course, Cam and Ads. Well, I say Cam, DL Shaw, and Ads, and they're all good riders. So, this could be anybody's race in this one. Again, bike choice will be absolutely crucial at this early course. They want to keep it tight because there's no tax subs in this Neil Potts Shield, so the lead has to be kept at a minimum for the Spartans to maintain any sort of advantage going into the second leg.
Yeah, I think that Dragons need to get heat advantages pretty much all the way here. They can't afford any more heats against them.
So here we go then.
Heat
number 3 is at the tips, and away they go, and a flying start for the Spartans duo. It's Ads and Cam. It's Ads and DL Shaw. But meanwhile, coming through is actually Cam in blue. He's now taking the lead. Second place in green. Green's been DL Shaw's been put to the back. In fact, now coming through is Wolfie. It is a 5-1 for the Dragons. But coming through in yellow is Ads in black. Wolf holds on. Can he do it? He's got DL Shaw and Ads MFT right behind him. And now Ads has come through. And they've Wolfie to the back. What the right from Wolfie. He's gone past both of them. And it's one to the Dragons. Unbelievable. That was sensational. What a right from Wolfie. Take it out, my friend. A 5-1. Taking the win there was Cam. Second place was Wolfie. Third DL Shaw. Fourth was Ads MFT. A 5-1 and game on now.
Absolutely brilliant race, wasn't it? I mean, forget Cam out front, he was dead and gone. But that race for second and third, wow, what a race! I think
brilliant.
I think all three of them were in second place at one set. I think Wolfie was in last place going into the last lap, and he did brilliantly to hold those two off. I mean, there's no mean feat holding DL Shaw and Ads off, and Ads. I can't believe Ads didn't get a point in that one because he was battling like crazy. All three of them were.
Yeah. Well, that 5-1 now puts the Dragons in front by 11 points to 7. So already advantage Dragons going into this second. Well, this next part of the meeting. The Heat 4 will be called any moment now. So we have Gate 1 is Le Sorcier, Gate 2 is Stephen. Tank, that is. Gate 3 is Stefan, and Gate 4 is Squall. So we have Stefan versus Squall, round 2 already. And of course, Squall and Stefan, ex-teammates at the Dragons last season, of course. And of course they had to separate this year. And so what a right! I'm still getting my breath back after that heat 3. That was crazy. That
was probably one of the races of the season for that second place. It just kept chopping and changing. That was fantastic. It's going to be like that for the rest of the night. I think we're going to be in for a treat.
So Heat 4 now has been called to the tape. I think after that race, I think Wolfie's got put over the chance of getting Rider of the Week this week.
Yeah. It's only one race. Let's calm down a little bit.
It's only one race.
Let's calm down a little bit.
If he wins it, you'll have 30 seconds between heats now to talk as soon as the heat result is called, Chester. Okay. Yep. Good man. Yep. All sorted. But yeah, that was a great race.
Yeah, enjoyed that. I think this is going to be another one where you expect the Dragons may get a heat advantage.
I would say the two heat leaders are going to be Catlif in this one.
I think the Dragons, the Spartans can't afford another 5-1. If they get a 5-1 here, I think they're in for a pretty bad night. But I can't see Stefan not finishing out the top 2 in this one.
Well, here we go then, folks. Going in for heat number 4, 11 points to 7 in favour of the Dragons. White bike will across the board yet again. And away they go, and an absolute flying start from Stefan. He was not messing about that time. Stefan through into the lead, and joining him is Le Sorcier. Can this be the recovery that the Spartans need? But right now, it's still no, but Le Sorcier has gone to the fence and has killed every chance of a 5-1 there for the away team. But meanwhile, it's Stefan out in front, where he has been so many times in this game. Many people can't understand how good he actually is. Meanwhile, second and third is the Dragons pairing of Squall and Tank. They close the gap ever so slightly on Stefan, but I think Stefan's got it pretty much sewn up. So they come around the final two corners, and it's going to be Stefan's first win of the evening on a 42.462. Ironically, the fastest time of the night so far.
I think after that last race, I think we got a bit too carried away with how the racing was going to be. That was pretty dull. I think the Sorcier did his job by keeping the Dragons behind him for a lap to allow Stefan to go. And then once the Sorcier was out of the race, it was only going to be one result if the Dragons could stay on the track, because the Sorcier had re-entered the race and he was there behind. So I think I took a 3-all after that first lap, and I think that's a pretty fair result. I don't think the Dragons will be too disappointed with that one.
Yeah, well, it keeps the gap at 4 points. So the win there went to Stefan. Second place went to Squall. Third was Tank, and fourth was Le Sorcier. 3-3 there. Progressive scores now 14-10 in favour of the Hastings Dragons as we approach now heat number 5, and this will see on gate 1 Hadlington. On gate 2 will be Stephen 101. Gate 3 will be DL Shaw. And gate 4 will be Wolfie. So again, a very competitive lineup. Can Wolfie carbon copy that first race shenanigans, shall we say? That was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah, he was good. He's up against DL Shaw again on the outside gate. I think if one of the Dragons can get the win here, I think Wolfie and Steve will have enough to beat Hadlington. It just depends how DL Shaw does, but you could definitely see another 5-1 here, couldn't you, for the Dragons?
Absolutely, and that will turn the meeting right on its head.
Yeah, and they give them a lot of confidence. Not that they need it around here.
Absolutely not.
It's going to be isn't it?
Yeah, it has indeed. Yep. So 14-10 in favour of the Dragons.
Waiting on Stephen now to come up to the tapes.
Yep, we do indeed. There he is. Just joined as we speak.
Here we go, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us see what heat number 5 brings us. Expecting fireworks, I reckon.
I think this would be a lot more entertaining than the last race.
Again, white bikes all across the board. And away they go. Level break for all 4 into the first corner, and it is Stephen 101 out in the lead. Second place at the moment is DL Shaw. Haddington's at the back. He's in the fence, which gives Wolfie a chance for third place at the moment. It's still DL Shaw in the lead. 3 will do nicely here for the Dragons to keep that 4-point advantage. But Stephen, he will give it 4 laps flat out to get through that win. He's closing on DL Shaw now. Third is Wolfie. Haddington has to call up at the back there. So essentially got 2 races in 1, but it's still out in front of DL Shaw from Stephen 101. Wolfie now currently in third. A little bit of slip there from DL Shaw catching the fence on the start line. That allows 101 to catch Rosa slightly. And now 101 has played defensive. He's attacked it, and boy!
Just got it. Wow.
101. What the ride! He got the win there.
Wow.
And a 4-2 for the Dragons.
Wow. As I was saying, you can look great here for 3 laps, and then one slight mistake, and then you lose a place or maybe more.
That inside line. That's what it was. He took the inside line and took it.
DL Shaw looked really comfortable, didn't he, for 3.5 laps, and then he just went one slight. I wouldn't even say it was a mistake, really. It was just maybe a half a bike width off the line. He should have gone in, and Stephen was inside him, and he used that inside line and just sort of, but Hadz was catching Wolfie all the time. Did you notice?
I did, yeah, I did. I think that
I
little
think
bit of a mistake.
yeah, I think Wolfie may have been riding a bit conservatively just to make sure he didn't make any mistakes. I think he was pretty comfortable in third place, but I don't think he was actually busting a gut. I think he was just playing the odds really, and just made sure he got round and got that 1 point.
Yeah. Well, so DL Shaw made that little bit of an error on that straight there, and 101 managed to close the gap, and it then got him through. So heat 6 now coming up to the line. We've got Cam, Reith, Ads, MFT, and Alan McNally. So again, a big powerhouse pairing for the home side. So we have Alan McNally on gate 1. We have Reith 02 on gate 2. Ads MFT on 3, and Cam goes from the outside on gate 4. Very competitive race here, Shad.
Yeah, I'd expect Ads to get out the gate first, as he normally does. I think Cam will put him under a lot of pressure, and to me, it's who finishes third here out of Reese and Alan. It's going to make the difference.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll soon find out as the riders are now up to the tapes as we get heat 6 underway. It's a great start there from Alan. In fact, Alan made a good start there, but muscled his way through is Reese 02. It's the 2 reserves now out in front, which is surprising there as Reese now through. In fact, it's now 5-1 for the home team as Cam comes through in the second place. This is going from bad to worse for the Dragons as for the Spartans, as McNally's binned it again for the second time so far. And in fact,
watch out for Ads.
Oh, yeah, Ads has come through in a second, split the Dragons duo. He wants that win. Look at that, he's gone from third to first. Fantastic there from Ads MFT. Now he's going to make that fight 10 foot wide to stop the Dragons coming through. But I think he's hangs on there.
Yeah. Oh, Cam just sneaked that third place, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Little mistake there from Cam on the last lap there.
Yeah.
The win there was for Ads MF team. Had that last lap and had it covered. So well done to Ads. Second place went to DL. Second place went to there you go. The first thing's coming up now. Here you go. So the win went to Ads MFT. Second place was Reith 02. Cam just about hangs on to third place with Alan in fourth. That's a 3-all as it stands. The progressive scores now are 21-15 in favour of the Dragons still. So they've kept this lead from heat 2 onwards. So looking forward to heat number 7 now. And we've got Squall out again. He's on gate 3. Tank is going to be on gate 1. DL Straw lines up on gate 4 and Hadlington on gate 2.
Yeah, I think in that one, I think the Dragons sort of got in each other's way a little bit. I think Reese was holding Cam back a little bit. If Cam had been in second place, I think Ads wouldn't have got past Cam. But unfortunately, Cam was stuck behind Reese for two laps, maybe protecting him. But Alan was in the fence, so if Cam would have got past Reese maybe a lap earlier, I don't think Ads would have got past him. But I think Cam had to take a risk on that last bend, although I don't think he would have caught Ads anyway. And he was lucky to still hold on to third place with Alan re-entering the track and making his way around.
So heat 7 has been called now to the server, 21-15 in favour of the Dragons. And there's still loads more heats to go for this match to turn on its head. You would expect the Spartans to put up a fight on their home turf. For the second leg of the match, of course, they did in spectacular fashion against the Dragons when these teams last met.
Yeah, but the Spartans didn't do too badly here last time in the league. I mean, they only lost by 8 points, so they sort of look on target to be around about that, unless the Dragon pulls something out in the second half. Here we go.
Yep.
Watch out for
tractors.
in gate 4.
This track does give some good riding, some good racing, entertaining racing. Away they go. And that
looked like Neil Shaw put him in to me.
I think he did there, so that's why the race has been allowed to continue.
Yeah,
and it's Squall out in front, DL Shaw in second, and Tank currently holding third. Abington still getting some laps in, but it's Squall out in the lead. Another 4-2 for the Dragons here, unless DL Shaw can do something very spectacular in these closing laps. So they've put a bit of a gap on Tank now in third place. And you see this track is very unique, almost like four straights near enough. And so Squall's going to come round and take a very convincing win in race number 7. Second place went to DL Shaw, third was Tank, and fourth was Abington.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be rerun. I think with Stephen being in the race, I think it's difficult for him to watch what's going on that first bend with him refereeing it.
I think Tank is just we've got a VAR decision here, chaps. So
I think he definitely did the right thing in letting the race go, because you can never be too sure. If you're just watching you're just watching yourself, really. You're not really watching the other riders. But it looked to me like DL Shaw nudged his teammate into the grass.
Yeah. Well, we are just getting the decision coming through eventually by Mr. Tank. Are you still on the server there, Shad?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to have to look at it twice.
No.
Mind you, knowing Tank, he'll probably look at it 10 times, and he'll still come up with the wrong decision.
I saw it as a little bit of contact between DL and Hads personally.
Yeah.
It happened so fast you can't
pinpoint it. It looked pretty obvious. I mean, I was watching DL Shaw anyway, because I assumed he'd make a good start here and get into the lead. So I was watching him quite closely, and he definitely hit Had's broadside. Here we go. Tank's just typing now.
Yep. The tension, you can cut it with a knife in this heat.
Adlington did actually complete the race.
VAR.
Looks like it.
That's great, Squall. That's great.
Yeah.
Heat 7 will be rerun. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Any contact between any rider is a rerun. Riders back to server, please. Ooh. Okay. So there we go. Straight in.
I told you it wouldn't take him long to look at it, didn't I?
No. That is what Mr. Tank does. He speeds through these heats.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, I thought. What happens when everyone makes an even start?
That's what it was. And of course, the first corner is so narrow here as well. You've got to, you've got to turn the bike so sharp.
That is the line going into the first bend as well. Narrow.
Yeah. So we've got heat 7 underway now. Take 2, and it is Squall out in front again. This time Haddington has made around the first corner. He's currently in second place, battling with Stephen in second. In fact, it's a 5-1 now to the Dragons. And DL Shaw has pinned it on the first lap, on the first corner there. And it's a 5-1 for the Dragons again. Now, what can Haddington do? He's closing in on Tank. No love lost if he needs to. All 4 back cohorts with Haddington. He takes second place. What's the right from Haddington? And he that was close. Hits the grass, back out, and Tank takes advantage. Squall's up missing the fun. He's going to enjoy this result. It's going to be a 5-1 to the Dragons. Squall taking the win. Tank finishing second. Haddington third place, and DL Shaw at the back. A 5-1 for the Dragons. In that lead once again.
Yeah, Had's rode a great race there. He's really unlucky clipping that grass, but took a lot of pace off him. Yeah, but good race that from Squall. Yeah, well deserved win that one. And DL Shaw, well, I don't know what happened there. He looked quite comfortable. He just one small error and you're in. Yeah,
Mm.
you've got to be on it for 4 laps here, definitely. But there's a
Well,
good battle there between Hads and Tank.
it was indeed 42.944 was Squall's winning time, and that result now puts Dragons 10 points in front. And you haven't said that very often this season, especially against the Spartans, who've been dominant as well for most meetings this season.
Yeah, that's the only one heat advantage for the Spartans here.
Yeah,
They need to get a few more of these. They can't let Dragons run away with this one. And I think the Dragons look pretty strong in this one now.
yeah. So heat number 8 will bring us to the halfway stage of this Neil Potter Shield first leg grand final. Of course, you can get all the action and reaction on all 4 back on Friday, or so we say Saturday because we pre-record on Fridays. Alan there calling Tank naughty, and Tank's response, "What did I do?"
Just racing.
He did indeed. He did indeed.
Someone was going to go in on that bend the way they were both going into it. So
yeah,
it
just seems so narrow as well because the way that the track's laid out, like almost give you like four straights near enough.
I can see why this track was only used for one season in real life.
Yeah. imagine this being built again.
No, I don't think the speed of the bikes today would be able to cope. You wouldn't be able to turn them.
No.
You wouldn't be able to turn them.
Well, just goes
right,
to show how. Yep, heat 8. There seems to be an issue with the master server again for the error for it. Just a word of warning in case. Okay. Thankfully, I have the server all ready for me.
Yes, me too. Oh, everyone's in already. Wow. They want to get on with it tonight.
Absolutely.
No messing about.
Mm.
Oh, Stephen's coming on his own name, so he's going to have to change it and come back as no rider.
Yep.
It'll be a little bit delayed. Here we go. Back in. Everyone's back in again. Easily done. We've all done it. We've all done it. He loves this track so much he wants to race in every race.
I was so pumped up with my last ride, you see, says him.
He's actually scored pretty well so far, actually. I think he's probably scored more points than Badger would have scored. Because Badger's not been racing pretty good lately. So I think he's on page 7. Page 6 at the moment. No, page 7. 5 plus 2. So he's done really well as a last minute guess. I don't think you'd expect that.
Well, Alan's got 1 minute. I think Alan might try to.
I think he's still complaining about Tank putting DL into the grass.
Yeah, he's got 30 seconds. Maybe he was trying to connect when the server was quitting.
He has been having problems this season with his connection. I think he's disconnected a couple of times at the start of a race.
Yeah. Alan could be out here. He could be out because
there'll be just be one rider for the Spartans in that case. With him being at reserve, they can't be replaced.
Alan's out. Alan's been excluded.
Wow. Well, I reckon he's been disconnected.
I reckon so.
Games broke.
I reckon he tried to join, then the server quit, and then he tried to reconnect.
He's frozen his laptop or whatever,
oh dear. Well, he's on gate 4, so it was handy. You ain't got to worry about any macros to sort out.
Well, that's unfortunate for the Spartans. Because Alan was he was getting in the way at least for 3 laps.
He was getting competitive.
He was getting out the gate really well. It's just after that.
I'll have his gate.
Ad's got to do it on his own now.
Yep. So where they
Oh,
go,
good gate
and
from Ads.
he's made a good start. That was a brilliant start from Ad.
Liar.
That was absolutely sensational. I think here the Dragons, I think, would favour the 3-all, just keep it as it is.
Yeah, because
Normally can see that 10-point gap.
They're not catching Ads unless he makes a mistake. Although saying that, Stephen, one of the ones made a little bit of ground up. He's only a couple of bite lengths back. I've just got to be on it here.
Corner that seems to be the difficult one.
Yep. No, he's rugged that line really well, Ads.
Wow. Picture.
Look at this.
He went defensive.
Yeah,
he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, clever ride.
Knew. Great ride there from Ads MFT.
Yeah, that's a clever ride from Ads, yeah.
It was indeed. Second, it went that last lap. He knew. He knew. Stephen
was catching him, every lap, so it was he had to do something there. But that was a very, very brave dive into that. He was so tight to that inside on that last bend. That could have ended up pretty nasty, but he did the right thing because I think Stephen actually followed him and did the same thing.
Yeah.
Clever move. Experience.
So
experience hold there.
He8 was a win from Ad. That's the second win in 3 rides. Second was 101, and third was Wolfie, with Alan disappointing to get included there. 3-3. That now leaves it 29 points to the Dragons and 19 to the Spartans. Second half now all to play for. As we go into heat number 9, we'll see gate 1 will be Cam, gate 2, Le Sorcier. Gate 3 will be Reese 02, and 7 will be on the outside in green.
And what are we thinking now, Dan? If the Dragons are 10 points up with the halfway stage, so if they replicate this in the second half, do you think 20 points would be enough? Although Stefan's got another 3 rides, so it may be a little bit more difficult.
I think if they keep it as it is now, I don't think 10 points is going to be. They need an extra 10 or so, like an extra 10 on top, just to make it sure. But the thing is, though, the Spartans around their home track are pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, they were. They actually battered them in the KO Cup. Although in the league at the start of the season, I think the Dragons only lost by 10 points there, and they had Wolfie at number 1 as well. But that was at the start of the season. I think it was only the Spartans' second home meeting, so they were still getting used to their home track. And I think since then they've been pretty ruthless. I think only one team has failed to stop them getting 60 points at Peterborough, and I think that was your team, the Panthers.
I think it was, yes.
Yeah. Everyone else has been done for 60 points. So
I think we were the only team to actually get a point from there. So that was pretty
good. Yeah. The longer the season's gone on, the better they seem to have got around their home track. So the Dragons are going to need, 20 points probably.
An extra 20, like an extra 10 points on top just to get it mathematically started.
I think they're probably looking for a 3. Or if Stefan gets ahead here, I don't think Cam's going to be able to catch him. Because if Cam doesn't get stuck behind Reese again.
So heat 9, away they go.
And it's
a 5-1 at the moment for the home team. Stefan has said missed the gate there, and Cam and Reese 5-1 at the moment for the Dragons. What can Stefan do now? He goes up the inside.
Oh, here he goes.
Both of them. Oh, that was superb. Oh, what a voice. That was superb. But now he's been knocked about again.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he's gone in. Disaster for the Spartans.
Whoa.
Absolute disaster. And now they're battling each other with the in the race there. Cam's leading. Reese is second. Stefan is now third with the Sorcier at the back, and this is going to be another 5-1 for the Dragons again.
Absolutely amazing.
Cam wins it, Reese in second, Stefan in third. You don't say that very often, and the Sorcier comes over and back another 5-1.
This track can make a fall out of the best riders. I think Stefan was briefly led, didn't he, after a couple of laps, and then all of a sudden Reese and Cam were both past him on that fourth bend, and then I think he just dived in too hard on the first bend of the last lap and just scrubbed a lot of his speed off. Wow, that was a some race from Reese though, and Cam.
Absolutely. That 5-1 for the Spartans now makes it a 14-point gap now. Hastings 34 and Peterborough 20.
That's going to play. I think that's going to play very much in the minds of the Spartans now. You've got to be a bit mentally strong now to see this meeting out and try and keep the deficit as low as they can, because after that race, I should think the Dragons will be buzzing.
I think they are.
Let's see if Alan can connect this time. Yeah, that was a great battle there, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Heat number 10 has been called to the tape. So Squall is going to be on gate 2. Tank goes on gate 4. We've got Ad on gate 1 and Alan on 3.
Yeah, expect Alan to make his customary good gate here. Ad's on the inside, so he's gonna have to be pretty quick out the gate, which he normally is. I think once Squall is ahead, if he gets ahead, I don't think they're going to catch him around here. He tends to sort of stay ahead when he gets the lead here.
Yeah. Let's see what happens in this crucial heat number 10. 6 race after this race will be 6 races to go.
I've given up predicting the heat wins here.
Yeah, is anybody. Here we go then, folks. And away they go in a fantastic
great start from Ads. Brilliant.
And McNally's joined him. McNally's there with him. It's a 5-1. Here comes Squall though. Will Tank follow the answer is yes. McNally with such a fantastic start and has gone backwards. As MFT they're leading the way. Second is Squall. Tank a bit of a mistake there. Alan closes up. Alan's actually gone past him.
Oh, great pass.
What a ride from Alan. Now 4 points of advantage for the Spartans. Now back comes Tank. And Alan's in the fence again. And that's game over for him. But Ad MFT leading the way. Squall in second, Tank in third. This will be Ad's third win in 4 races. Great ride from Ad.
Brilliant gate from Ads there. Brilliant gate. Looks very comfortable. Even after half a lap, he looked like the winner. And that was unlucky there for Alan. I mean, he done his usual 3 laps of riding really well, and then one mistake, and then your race is over. Shame.
So 42.799 was Ad's winning time. Second was Squall, third was Tank, and fourth was Alan. So 3-3 keeps the gap at 14 points, 37 to 23. And Ad's looking pretty dominant after his first ride blip. There's us saying who can back up Stephanie, who can back up Ad.
He must be wearing his Storm Guest Kevlars underneath his Spartans Kevlars.
I wouldn't be surprised.
This is how he performed when he guested for Storm. Yeah, that was an interesting race because Alan actually passed Stephen, didn't he? He gated behind Ads, got passed by both the Hastings riders, and then managed to get past Tank again. But then Tank passed him immediately on that last bend of the third lap.
So heat 11's been called.
All right.
The heat 11 will be as follows. We have got gate 1 in green, Stefan. Looking for his second heat win. Gate 2 in red will be Wolfie. Gate 3 will be Le Sorcier. And gate 4 will be Stephen 101. So again, you're looking at Stefan and Stephen here, the former SNS duo at the Dragons from last season, as sort of pre-race favourite. But I think if Wolfie can make a good start, he'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, Wolfie's he's looked really comfortable tonight, but this is going to be a tough one. Stefan on the inside though, so like Ads did in the last race, he's going to have to make some sort of gate. But then Stefan's a battler, but even the best can make mistakes, and he did twice, I think, in his last race. There's two scrapes, one of the fence and one of the grass. Here we go.
Yep. Time to get the action underway. Heat 11. So, away they go. Quick start.
Yeah, good
Stefan out in
start.
front again.
Good start.
In fact, coming through is 101, but Stefan battles through. And Le Sorcier is with Stefan. It's a 5-1 to the Spartans. Can this be the Spartans fight back? All about what can 101 do. He used that inside line very strategically on the last lap. In fact, it's now gone round the outside of Le Sorcier. In fact, Wolfie's come through now in the second place. Left the door open as through comes as 101. Stefan's out in front. He's cleared out and gone. Second place with 101.
Wolfie's going to try inside. No. Looks like he's held off. Held him off.
Oh,
yes.
That was very close. Stefan there takes the win.
Yes.
4-2 for the Spartans. Stefan winning. 101 second. The Sorcier third. And Wolfie back.
Yeah, brilliant there from Stefan. But credit to Le Sorcier, he rode a really good race to stay ahead of Wolfie. Wolfie was giving him some grief, especially on the last lap. But he managed to hold on. I mean, he could have easily panicked and binned it, but no, he did very well. That point could be crucial. And it's a heat advantage for the Spartans as well, which is their second one of the evening. Heat 2?
You are correct, yes. A 4-2 in Heat 2. And they've got another one in Heat 11. So, yes, their second advantage. So, 39-27 now in favour of the Dragons.
It stopped the right anyway, so that's good. That's good news for them.
Yeah, races are running out for the away side. They've got to keep it close for a second leg. Heat 12, big heat coming up here. DL Shaw gate 1, Cam gate 2, Hadlington gate 3, and Reith on the outside in blue.
Yeah, the Spartans pairing haven't been firing tonight. These two, DL Shaw and Had. So you'd expect the Dragons to get heat advantage here.
Yeah,
I think they'd be looking for a 5-1 for sure, definitely.
Heat 12 has now just been called to the tapes.
Although saying that, you never know. Heads could pop out and win this one.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. Getting close to the end. Only 5 heats left.
Yeah.
Flying by, isn't it?
It has, yeah. Tank has a habit of making meetings go fast.
Mm-hmm. You've got some interesting looking races coming up as well.
Normally, like the big heat towards the end of the meeting. Of course, we've got that all important Heat 16 as well.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
The question is who goes in for what for which team. So because
I think we can probably guess who's going to be in for the Spartans on tonight's showing. Yeah.
Stefan Ads, I'd say.
The Dragons, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see how we go.
So here we go then. Heat 12 is underway, and a great start from the Spartans duo.
Oh, Hadlington.
Turn 2 in the lead. Hadlington and DL Shaw leading the way.
Wow.
Third place at the moment is Cam, but he's gone through one. He's gone past 2. Has he? No, he's still not there. The Spartans are fighting back. DL Shaw has to make his fight 10 foot wide. And the Dragons come through. Yes. Oh, but Reith has spinned it. DL Shaw has as well.
Wow.
Now what's happened here? Had the race of his life. Cam has retained it, but Cam gets through.
What a move.
That was so close there. Cam
what a move. Cam was
DL Shaw. The 3-3. Not enough for the Spartans there. They needed the advantage there, and they almost had it.
what a move by Cam, but hats off to Hadlington. That was
Fair play,
some
mate.
race for him.
Yeah,
Considering what he's done tonight. I mean, even to
I think,
complete 4 laps is something here.
mhm.
But that
I
was
think
tremendous.
I think I know what he's saying after that race. I'm letting that on
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah, that was a fantastic move at the start of the last lap when he went inside and he didn't go immediately to the fence for the cutback. He kept it inside just to get inside Had to push him out, which was a really shrewd move actually. Because
Yeah.
Had looked quite comfortable there, but that was a really shrewd move from Cam. Hats off to him. He's still only
So
getting ride of the week though.
So the race result there was a win for Cam, second place Hadlington, third was DL Shaw, and fourth was Riso 2. 3-3 advantage there. Aggressive scores now 42 to the Dragons and 30 to the Spartans, with 4 races to go. Big Heat 13 now coming up. The reserve second race. Can the can the Spartans repeat that Heat 2 4-2 advantage for them? It's Stephen and Reese for the Dragons, Le Sorcier and Alan McNally for the Spartans.
Well, Reese made a
Reese goes on.
terrible mistake in that last one, so he needs to make
He did
amends for
indeed,
that.
yes. He did indeed. So it's Reese on gate 1, then you've got Alan on gate 2, Tank goes on to gate 3, and Le Sorcier goes on to gate 4. Can the Spartans repeat that Heat 2, where they've got that 4-2? If they can get 5-1 here, it will certainly turn the match on its head. Here we go.
Alan needs to stay on for 4 laps, so expect him to be leading after the first 2 bends.
Well, there he goes. He has as well. Go on, Alan. Alan, they're leading away.
Just remember what Hadlington did. Oh,
well, Tank's out
in the fence.
Go on.
Look at this. Oh, they're all over the place. All over the place.
The Dragons are nowhere. The Dragons are absolutely nowhere.
All you've got to do, ride sensible.
All day long, these guys have a 5-1. But Nally is leading. The Sorcier is second. Alan Tank is closing up, but not by much. But now needs to hold on to it.
I don't think Le Sorcier did him any favours there, trying to dive
McNally,
inside.
take a bow. Take a bow, McNally. 5-1 for the Spartans. McNally there wins. Taking second place was the Sorcier. Third was Tank. And fourth, Riso 2. Game on now, Shads. Game on.
Well, the Dragons made a right pig's ear of that one, didn't they? I think
they did.
I did call Alan being in the lead after the first lap.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd hold on to it, but I think he had a little bit of a wobble on that back straight on the last lap. I think Le Sorcier didn't do him any favours with that dive inside. I don't think there was really any need for it. But I think Le Sorcier, what he was trying to do is not drift out too wide, maybe. But he was there was a good race on the both of them actually.
He
didn't really have to do much.
He turned the bike inside out near enough on that top turn, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he just got a bit. I think he was a little bit spooked by Le Sorcier getting a bit too close to him.
Yeah. So now that result, that 1-5, is what the Spartans needed. The win there was Alan McNally. Second place was Sorcier. Third was Tank. And fourth was Reese 02. 5-1 for the Spartans. They claw it back now, 43-35, with 3 heats to go.
That was quite a shock result. That maybe not a shock result, but a shock winner. Alan did look like completing 4 laps without making a mistake, and then pretty much faultless apart from that last little wobble, like you said, on the last lap. But they were so far ahead of the Dragons, it didn't really make any difference. He just had to keep the bike straight then, and not do anything silly. But a good result there for the Spartans. I think that's arrested the Dragons' charge a little bit, and that'll give them a bit of confidence for the last 3 heats.
Well, 2 races to go, and Heat 14 is an absolute belter when you think of the caliber of riders that are in this heat. You've got Gate 1 is Squall, Gate 2 is DL Shaw, Gate 3 is 101, and Gate 4 is Ads MFT. What a race of Heat 14.
Alan needs a moment.
He needs a moment, yeah. He's only just quit the server as well.
Yeah, no, fair play to him. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I think Hads did it once at our place. He did a lap of honour. I think he was in the server for about 2 minutes after the race. So
Yeah, I think I was against us.
fair play.
That was against us, I think, yeah.
Or was it against you? Yeah, fair
Yeah,
play.
he was given an extra lap.
Oh, right. I think that's what Alan was doing. I think he was probably still shaking too much.
Still waiting for one more person into the server. We've got 3 in at the moment.
Who's missing? Ed Steele, Shaw. Stephen 101.
I think.
Oh, Squall, here he is.
Yep. The other S and F connection from the Dragons from last year.
He might have been watching that recording of Alan.
Yeah. Alan's not
Probably
fit
still
himself
can't believe it.
this week. So,
here we go.
3 massive heats now coming up in the
Very
contrast of the meeting.
Very crucial.
Absolutely.
Crucial for both teams.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Squall 101, DL Shaw, Ads MFT. Away they go. Flying stuff, Ads MFT from gate 4 there, and he's come through. And guess what? The Spartans. Oh, what happened to the Ads MFT there? He was shot.
It looked like he took the finger off the power for a second.
Now he's on the battle. Meanwhile, up front is DL Shaw. Second place is
Squall's
in the safety fence. Now it's all down to what Team 101 can do. He's got Ads right behind him. DL Shaw leading. It'll be a 4-2 for the Spartans.
This should be a great result for the Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. DL Shaw's got one more chance. He goes to that inside line that wants to use more night, and he nearly did it. Nearly did it. It's that last corner. You've got to turn extra tight going into that last corner. So threw him there a little bit, didn't he?
You cannot afford to relax against this Spartans team.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cannot give them a chance here, any track, because they'll have you.
Another 4-2. That makes it 45-39 in favour of the Dragons, with 2 races to go. And again, this next heat, even more of a belter than Heat 14 was. So got Gate 1 is Wolfie, Gate 2 is Stefan, Gate 3 is Cam, and Gate 4 is Hadlington. So
I think Hadlington will be boosted after that last race he had.
You think a 5-1 here, the Spartans, it takes to a last heat decider.
Yeah. And the Dragons already look like they're in trouble. They're going to have to pull something out in these last 2 heats. So then you've got Stefan in both of them, potentially.
Yeah.
So it's not looking great for the Dragons.
I think personally, if there was a tax sub in this meeting, which also I would have thought that they'd have played the tax sub in Heat 8, so taking McNally out and putting Stefan in that. That would have been like a 5-1. But who's that to believe? So Heat 15 called to the tapes. Wolfie, Cam, Stefan and Had. So penultimate race of the evening. So how's your nerves, Dragons? How's your nerves?
They were pretty shot after that last one.
I'll tell you what, 16 heats in under an hour. That's pretty good going.
With the referee racing as well.
As well, yeah. Yeah, come on, Wolfie, get your first win, mate. Come on.
Still got Heat 16 if they want to put him in.
well, the score has to be sort of in their favour. I mean, they can't be caught, but
yeah,
it's going to be difficult.
They need to get as many points out of these two as they can because the
Yeah,
second there's going to be really, really tough.
absolutely. Because we all know how good Spartans are around their own track.
Yeah.
So heat number 15, penultimate race of the evening. The Dragons have held the lead from heat 3, and the Spartans now clawed it back with 2 heats to go. What could happen here?
Much better second half than the
Absolutely, yeah. So away they go. Flying start from Stefan there. He's in the lead. Oh, Cam there. 3-3 at the moment to the Dragons, and through comes Hastings. Hastings got that all important third place, but he has these dropped back. He's now back in fourth place, battling with Wolfie. Stefan's out in front. It's Cam in second. Wolfie now in third with Hastings at the back. Again, very spread out for first and second, but it's the battle for third and fourth we've got to concentrate on. As Cam almost comes to the inside of Stefan there, but has to overshoot and overturn the bike there to stay on the track. 3-3 still at the moment. Stefan there going defensive. Hadlington's in the fence. Stefan holds on for the win there. Second place was Cam, third Wolfie, and fourth was Hadlington.
Yeah, pretty straightforward that from Steph. I think Cam ever had enough. There's too much of a gap between them for Cam to. But that was a good battle for third place at the back. Wolfie was blocking like crazy on that last lap, and had to take some sort of risk, and that was a totally wrong line to take on this track, and he was never going to get anything out of that. But he had nothing to lose being in last place with a 1 lap to go, so with one bend to go, so fair play. But no, Steph looked from the first second when he gated, there was no way Cam was going to get past him.
No. So heat 15 result was a win there for Stefan in a time of 42.806. Second place was Cam, third Wolfie, and fourth was Hadlington 83. Going to the final race, the score stands at Dragons 48, Spartans 42. They've clawed back that 10-point deficit. It was 10 points after heat 8, then that 5-1, and then they started to claw back with advantage of themselves. So, as a team manager here, Shads, who do you put in for heat 15 for both teams? Heat 16, sorry.
I'd have, the way things have gone tonight, I'd have definitely had Cam and probably have Stephen. Although he's only won one race, but he's looked pretty solid. And obviously the Spartans are going to go with Stefan and Ads.
We'll just run through the score so far. We've got a quick little bit of a break after all rides have had 5 rides each. So score has 10 points. Stephen he's had a good night, 7 plus 3 from 5. Wolfie 5 and 3. Stephen 1 and 1 scored 10. Cam 12 plus 1, and Riso 2 finishing on 4 plus 1. For the Spartans, Stefan on 12, the Saucier on 6, DL Shaw on 7 plus 1, Hadlington on 3, As MFT on 10, and Alan McNally on 4. So already gates 1 and 3 selected by the home team, Valley Way team, sorry, and they've put in DL Shaw in green off of gate 1 and Stefan in yellow off of gate 3.
That's a surprise.
I'm surprised not to see Ads in there. Maybe
Ads. Surprised.
Yeah. Now, who goes in for the home team and on what gates? You expect their highest scorer Cam to go for gate 4, probably. We'll put him on 2, try and get across DL. Got to turn the bike extra sharp though to get across him in that first corner. And then that might leave the gap open for Stefan on the outside to get around all of them.
I'm really surprised that they left Ads out, especially with his gating.
But it has been a good night tonight, Shad, hasn't it? Been a good night.
Yeah, it's been a good night. So I'm quite amazed. I'm quite perplexed at that. I'm not sure what's what the decision. Well, I mean, it could end up being a great decision. Oh, hang on, Ads is in now. Where did you get that about DL Shaw?
Well, it said DL Shaw on the spreadsheet for but it is Ads and Stefan.
It's Ads now, yeah. See, I think Ads being the Shaw actually taking advice from me, which is quite pleasing.
Yeah. There we go. So scores in red, Cam's in blue, Ads is in green, Stefan in yellow. Lovely Chinese there, Ads.
Oh,
Lovely Chinese there, mate.
it's like chips and curry sauce to me. What do you think? Chips and curry sauce and
I think that's rice. I think on the bottom.
Yeah, but the top one looks like chips and curry sauce to me.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Ads, what's in it? Ads?
He's right. He's right.
Kung Po. Oh, hang on. Looks like we've got Cam as an expert. Kung Po.
Kung Pao
Here
chicken.
we go. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, he's right.
Orders of Kung Pao chicken.
Oh, well done, Cam. Well done, Cam.
Kathy, John Laughing Boys can talk about discussing curry sauce.
Cam, I think Cam's quite an expert. I only have Chinese once a year, so I'm a bit New Year, Christmas Eve, and that's it.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that Score putting himself in this one?
Well, he scored 10, but there was 101. But I mean, 101's only had one heat win, and Scores had 2. So
yeah, I think it was odds on they were going to put Stefan and Ads in this one.
Yeah, but the result, the heat is Score, Cam, Ads, and Stefan. I think the Shaw was in as an error. That's what said in chat. So
I think you could possibly see a Spartans 5-1 here, which would probably make it a
bit more of a
yeah.
So heat 16 has been called. How's your nerve? How's your nerve, boys? It's been a great night watching it.
I think the Spartans would be quite happy with how it's gone so far. I think the Dragons are the ones that are going to be nervous here.
I think the Dragons can't afford to lose an advantage. Any advantage for the Spartans will definitely shake it up.
I think the Dragons need a 5-1 just to make it interesting, which I can't see them getting. But saying that though, we saw what happened with was it Stefan and D.L. Shaw in one race, and they both made mistakes. I can't remember who was Stefan and something.
Yeah.
I think
it was one where Stefan came last. I think.
They messed it up. But that's when Stefan was behind. So when he's leading, he doesn't tend to make many mistakes when he's leading.
Yeah. There he is.
Here we go.
So, final
last orders
race of the night. How's your nerves, people? How's your nerves? So 48-42 going into this final race. What can the Spartans do to claw back any gap and make it a very interesting second leg? Here we go then, folks. The way they go, quick start. And it is, as expected, the Spartans 1 and 2. But Cam went tight on the inside there. And in fact, he's gone through into the lead. And MFT
now. Some move by Cam there.
Stefan's at the back. Jumping step off in this game, but Stefan at the back, he's come through. He's put ball in the grab on turn 3. Oh my goodness.
He's not going to like that.
He's going to be furious for that. Meanwhile, he's going to add MFT leading the way. Can he hold Cam up and get Stefan through? It's going to be so close going to this final lap. As MFT leading the way. Second is Cam. Third is Stefan. Small at the back. No contest there. Stefan up the inside. Has he done it? He's done it! He did it on the last lap! The last
wow!
Oh my day!
That's amazing.
Oh my day!
Unreal, isn't it? I'm deleting the game.
He just did what the others have tried to do all night and failed. Oh,
not just that. He actually passed and blocked at the same time.
Yeah.
He turned the bike to the left to block Cam.
My God.
Oh, what can you say?
Jesus.
What can you say?
So, the result of that rather chaotic Heat 16 was a win for Ads MFT. Second place went to Stefan. Third was Cam. Squall at the back. A 5-1 for the Spartans, meaning the final score, Hastings Dragons 49, Peterborough Spartans 47. You wouldn't have thought that going into like Heat 9 when they were 14 points up.
No,
Unbelievable.
No, that was some second half from the
Wow.
Spartans, some second half, and that was some race.
I've got to tip my hat to that one. That was.
I'll be interested to see what Score's got to say. Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow.
Pretty speechless, actually.
Yeah. I think both of our meetings that we've done.
I think nobody should be really surprised. But, wow. First of all, he puts Scrawled into the grass, and then he gets past Cam on the last. That blocks him at the same time. That was, some moves up. Some moves.
Absolutely. Wow. What a way to end the night. A way to end the night.
This was pretty similar to when Storm came here. I think we ran them pretty close. But obviously we never had a number one like Stefan. And I think you can look down the whole of the Spartans side, and even Hadlington when he's 3 points, he had a couple of three really good races where he just got outdone.
Absolutely, I can't wait to watch that Heat 16 back at once the live finishes. That's going to be unreal.
Yeah, that was
wow.
It's a very, very, very interesting last few heats. I mean, when you look at from sort of Heat 11 onwards, the Spartans had 4 heat advantages in seven heats.
Spartans, so they had a 4-2 in 11, then a 1-5 in 13, then a 4-2 in 14, and then a 1-5 in 16.
Yeah. So the second half definitely belonged to the Spartans.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have easily run away from them after Heat 9.
Unbelievable.
Morphy's still looking for his first home win. Well, that's it now, isn't it?
Yeah, that there's no more racing around Hastings now. That was it. That was the final race of the season for Hastings at the Dragon at their home track. So
yeah, that's it.
Last meeting of the season will be at the league champions. And we'll see how that second leg plays out.
That'll be
wow.
It.
And of course, we will have all the feedback, action and reaction on all 4 back this coming weekend as well. So have a chance to listen to that back tonight. Shad, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on board again, mate, as always.
Yes, great job, Dan. It was a really interesting meet to watch. It sort of like to and fro all the way through. It's brilliant.
Indeed.
I'm sure we'll have a good report on it on Saturdays all 4 back.
We will. So, as Squall said there, the Dragons finished the season unbeaten at home. So it was a good win for them. But will that 2-point deficit be enough for the second leg? Big thanks to all the riders that took part tonight from the Spartans and from the Dragons. A big thanks to Westy Boy for doing this stream live on Facebook, and also a big thanks to Tank for refereeing. We're going to sign off now for tonight, but be sure to watch this match back once the live ends. And of course, we'll have a full action and reaction on all 4 back on Saturday. So from me, Chester 430, we wish you a very good night, and thanks for watching.
Could I all